Alright, 3 upgrades by floor 4 and 2 card removals. This is a pretty dang good start, if you ask me. But honestly, even 2 strikes would be completely fine here. Oh my goodness gracious. We got them both. This deck is going to absolutely destroy Act 1 here. When you start a run in Slay the Spire, you're given 4 options for a starting bonus, and it's this last one that we refer to as a boss swap. Lose your starting relic and obtain a random boss relic. This is a really high variance choice that can have a lot of different outcomes for your run, but in general is a very powerful pick if you are able to adapt to the strong pressures that this puts on your run in the early game. Boss relics have some serious downsides to them to compensate for their upsides, and some of those downsides are particularly punishing right at the start of the game, like Ectoplasm, for example, denying access to gold for the whole run, or Sozu denying access to potions for the whole run. Would I swap my starting relic with any common relics? Yes. If I could choose the common relic, I would happily swap my Ring of the Serpent for a Bag of Preparation. Definitely every time. More realistically, I would turn Cracked Core into a data disk every single time. For sure. And that would be pretty good. What would I turn Pure Water into if I could pick a common relic? Vajra. Vajra would be a lot better than Pure Water most of the time. That said, you don't have to give up the starter relic to get a common relic. We can just take a common relic at the start here, which I think is a pretty good starting option. Looking at our act here, it's all about the fires and elites, especially on Watcher, and boy are we loaded with them. With Slime Boss at the very end of the act, makes for a pretty easy overall journey, I think. Let's see, we've got 3 fires and 3 elites, including the Burning Elite that we could go through. I like that path. Burning Elite in Act 1 is always a nice thing to deal with. The bonuses that the Elite gets are the smallest early in the game. Tempted by the boss relic, though. You know what? I've been doing enough Pure Water runs with the Watcher. Let's get a random boss relic and see what we get. It is an empty cage. Somebody was saying about the empty cage. Rugzar. Temoid. Temoid called the empty cage. We will remove 2 cards, and I am honestly of the full belief that Watcher wants to remove 2 defends. Less block, more Strock. That's the name of the game here. I have played Endless Mode before, Feldman. I tend to think it's not my preferred way to play the Spire. This is how I'll put it. But I think it is a cool way to play at least once. Helps against early elites, doesn't really help against Slime Boss. Meanwhile, a Cut Through Fate is such a great Watcher common. It's a little bit of damage, but more importantly, scry and card draw, allowing you to cycle through your deck more quickly. I'll pick it up here, I think. We're going to get a Cut Through Fate, and then the first thing that I want to do is upgrade Eruption in this deck. And I think that's going to, if we can add maybe one more decent attack, give us all the power that we need to be able to absolutely destroy everything. Again, noting, having 2 defends removed here enables us to get this guaranteed free kill on this fight. Easy peasy. And we pick up a regen potion. Oh my goodness, a Fear No Evil this early on. Very tempting as a way to get into Calm Stance here. I think another one worthy of consideration is the Consecrate. It's area of effect damage, very good against the 3 sentries in particular, who are the worst elite for the Watcher right out of the gate. Hey, Twit1. I am having a good day. Something super cool happened to me earlier, which was that just outside the front steps of my place, there's a tree with a bird feeder. So there's usually a whole bunch of like birds and squirrels gathered around. But today there was also a red-tailed hawk who was attempting to devour one of the squirrels around the bird feeder. So it was cool to see this like majestic, very intense, large bird of prey, like 10 feet away from me on the front step. Tempting indeed. It was kind of like just chilling on the branch of the tree. The squirrel was very terrified, and the hawk was following it around as it scurried from cover to cover. There was also a squad of ravens, blackbirds, hawks, not hawks, crows? I'm not quite sure what the right word is. The smaller blackbird type creature that were attempting to drive it away by swooping at it. So it was like this three-way nature battle going on outside. Thought it was really cool. I'm taking this Furno Evil. I need this dance right away, and I don't think I want to go to the shop, although the shop does allow me to remove a card, which is really valuable when we've already started with a couple of removals. Hey, Anawab. Yeah, that sounds real. Please welcome. Snatched a morning dove in the backyard. That'll do it. The other option is to take an extra event instead of the shop here. Never really know how to evaluate this. We've already got a pretty good potion. I'm gonna go for the extra event here. Oh, and we can trade that potion. We've got 20 health to spare. 2 random upgrades will make us quite a bit stronger. We're unlikely to hit the defense, and even if we do, we'll be happy about it. And I mean any offensive card getting upgraded, yes, is extremely high roll here. We get that eruption upgrade for free-ish. We now have a 1-cost eruption and one of our strikes upgraded. From here, I'd like to upgrade either the Cut Through Fate or the Fear No Evil. But that was an oh my god. And another one. Let's go. I guess we'll upgrade the Cut Through Fate, so now it's Scry 3 and 9 damage. Another really good upgrade would be the Vigilance for +4 block here, which makes the relative paucity of defense cards in this deck less impactful. But we've got a Gremlin Knob to potentially kill, so I'm going to upgrade the Cut Through Fate. Alright, 3 upgrades by floor 4 and 2 card removals. This is a pretty dang good start, if you ask me. Hell yeah. We'll go like Vigilance, Eruption on you, Fear No Evil on you. Could try to heal with the no, we don't have enough block for that. Win the fight and leave. 12 is a lot. Oh man, hard reality. This is a pretty good prostrate, too. A mantra in a deck this small? Mantra is a very powerful thing. Prostrate alone won't get us anywhere, but it would be the first piece of the divinity package. Meanwhile, I think this Carved Reality gives us the immediate damage we're going to really want going into the elite here. At the shop, I probably would have removed a strike, I think, at this point, before removing one more defend. But ultimately, we do want to remove at least 2 more strikes, and we want to remove both of the defends. Take a carve. So a little bit more damage. We've got a slime boss we have to kill after all. And for our upgrade here, we'll take probably the carve upgrade, because it has a +4 damage upgrade, which makes it our best damage upgrade. Whereas the Fear No Evil only gets +3. The strikes only get +3. It's the Nubbert. Not a great knob turn, or is it? No, it's not. So the most damage I can do would be Eruption into Carved Reality's Smite, which does 9 plus 20 plus 24, which is 44 plus 9, which is 53. So we do not have a kill here. More realistically, I think that means I want to Vigilance Carved Reality. Next turn we have Cut Through Fate plus in our hand, and we should be able to find our Eruption with the Scry. So we'll take only 3 damage this way on this turn. Otherwise, it would be Vigilance, Eruption, we block for 8, the Knob, and we end in Wrath. causing the knob to deal us 22 damage. So we take 14. I'm gonna try to take 3 instead of 14. That sounds a lot better to me. Not actually mathing the odds that we get. No, we definitely get lethal here. Yep. There was like maybe some world where we fail to redraw this eruption and fail to kill on this turn and take a big hit, but I don't live in that world, so good times. Get a Regal Pillow for additional healing from rest sites, a second potion, and if we want, there's a Brilliance here. I think now I'm okay taking the Prostrate, though. With the 2 Mantra and the 4 block. This definitely, especially now with the Carved Reality, I'm looking to, I think, build towards a Divinity package. But the ultimate question, you know, the question becomes like, why do you want to remove the defend cards? And the answer is that they're inefficient. 5 block for 1 energy is simply not very good when it comes to ensuring that you get out of combat with as little health lost as possible. It's going to be a lot more efficient for us to draw our damage cards instead and kill most enemies very quickly. And then we want to take and upgrade a couple of better block cards as a way to mitigate damage. So we're going to go to this combat, hit the chest, upgrade something, and then fight our Burning Elite, as well as this Elite. 2 more Elites, so we get 3 more relics this act. We may end up needing to rest, and if we do, we have a Regal Pillow, but I think it's unlikely with this regen potion. And hopefully this will be a relatively easy combat, he said, running into Red Slaver plus Slime. Yikes. So we have perfect block here, which is nice. But I can't use the Eruption, which is not nice. Ideally, I want Hand of Greed out of this colorless potion, and then we just make money from this fight, but I think that's pretty unlikely. Of all the hallway fights in Act 1, this might be the single most dangerous. We're just lucky that the Grey Slime isn't attacking me for 12 on turn 1, which it totally could be doing. Or 10? 10 on turn 1. So we could be looking at 24 damage here. Thankfully we are not. I do think I want to use the colorless potion here. We could get card draw, we can get block, which would let me end in Wrath stance, or we could get damage right away. Yeah, we do get card draw. I'll take the card draw. Yes, here we go. Much, much better. And now we have maybe lethal here. My best damage. We can go Eruption into Strike Fear No Evil. That would be 17 doubled 34 plus 9, 43. But if I go Fear No Evil, Eruption, Strike, Strike, that would be 8 plus 9, 17, plus another 30 is 47? 47. Damn it. Why is it always one-off? Alright, alright. In that case, we'll kill the slime, I guess. Or something. I can go Fear No Evil, Eruption, then I have 3 energy left. So I can play the Strike Plus, and the Vigilance, and the Prostrate. Okay, that'll work. Oh, but I can't play the Fear No Evil on the slime, because then it doesn't put me in a calm. But I could go Vigilance, Eruption, Strike. Play Fear No Evil on you, do double damage to you. Maybe I'll just try to kill the Slaver next turn. We know we're drawing only damage cards. Put the damage here then. Yeah, that's expected. One of the downsides of having not a lot of block cards in the deck. We do take a bit of a beating there, but we have a Regal Pillow. And we get a block potion, so we get basically all that health back. I am not concerned at all. But what I would love is some Vulnerable to increase our damage output even more significantly. And Crush Joints will give that to us. If our last card played was a skill, and it's easy enough to activate with the Prostrate here. As well as a few other skills, although I think we'll occasionally draw it and fail to activate. We could also take an early Wave of the Hand to apply Weaken, but I think right now we just want to continue to smash stuff with our attacks. We'll take a Crush Joints. And we'll get even more upgrades. Whetstone will upgrade to 2 more attacks. Hopefully the Crush Joints and Slash or the Fear No Evil, but honestly even 2 strikes would be completely fine here. Oh my goodness gracious. We got them both. This deck is going to absolutely destroy Act 1 here. You have got to be kidding me. How's about them Lux, right? How's about? Now I will upgrade Vigilance, I think. We're going to use the regen potion in this combat. Max health sentries, good lord. I almost want to leave this turn in Wrath. But I'll have no exit. Seems like a bad idea. We definitely start this with Vigilance Eruption. It's 22 damage. Do 12 plus 22. Next turn, our best draw is going to be what? Cut Through Fate, Carve Smite. Carve Smite does 10 plus 12, 24, 48. Won't be able to kill 2 of them. Okay, we have to go back into Calm then. But I won't even be able to kill one of them next turn if I'm not in Wrath, right? God, these guys are so chunky. This is not the draw order we wanted, ultimately. It would be nice to have a Consecrate right about now. We can end up using the Block Pot next turn, and that would save most of our health that we're going to lose if we stay in Wrath. Ultimately, this fight is going to go really badly if we don't kill them, so let's kill them. As best we can. Strike and Carve you. Kill the middle one next turn. Try to kill this one the turn afterwards. Go in Dark at J. Not entirely happy having used both potions, but here we are. Want to draw a non-daze card here. We'll get to dig through 3 of them. The next turn could be bad. Oh, we drew Vigilance. Nice. We have lethal here, but we also have 3 more health to get from the regen potion, potentially. There we go. More removals. The Smiling Mask will make our shop removals cheaper, which is pretty exciting. An Emerald Key and a second copy of Prostrate for more free block and more mantra. Yes, I think now if we upgrade one of the 2 prostrates, we're already starting to find divinity pretty quickly here. I think an empty mine could work reasonably as well, letting us exit our stance and draw some more cards. But currently we just don't have the raw energy to play enough stuff. Take it. We'll happily... Ouch. Take it. Probably gonna end up resting after our elite here. Yeah. Probably. Okay, might be able to cut through Fate into the Eruption to cause a split here. Looks like a great turn next turn, though. Let's just full block. And then go Crush Joints into Eruption into Winning. Ooh, you'd love to see a Meditate. Meditate puts a card from our discard pile into our hand and retains it. Lets us get back the Eruption, get back the Crush Joints, get back the Carve Reality, and get back into Calm here. And Evaluate could be a pretty good block card, too, especially if we're willing to upgrade it to be 10 block. That's the kind of block card I'd rather have compared to a Defend. Take a Meditate. Meditate's pretty good. Brivern, thank you so much for that Prime sub. Welcome to the Council. Being able to get back Vigilance is also, like, hella huge. Potions. Signature move. I could see Simmering Fury being okay here. I don't think we ever take a signature move. Mostly, it feels like we have the foundation of the deck here. We just want to execute with one more elite fight, either a Nob or a Lagavulin, which shouldn't be too hard with this deck. I can't imagine that we'll have a hard time. And then we will rest, I think, before the Slime Boss. Maybe? Well, hold on. We're a Watcher deck. Do we need to rest before Slime Boss? Maybe not. Okay, we do get Lega instead of Nob. That's good. Take our setup and we'll like it. Okay, we could carve, but that will cause it to awaken. This looks like a great turn to wake up on. So let's meditate our Crush Joints so that we can have Vulnerable for that turn. Perfect. I'm going to discard this and shuffle the deck without the strike in this Ascender's Bane. Lagavulin only has 19 health. I think that's a good sign that we don't need to rest before the Slime Boss. Especially not with a Snecko Oil to fix a potentially bad draw. Draw 5 cards, randomizing the cost of our cards. We also get a Nunchaku to give us energy if we play enough attacks, and oh my goodness, a Warship for 5 Mantra. I think that finishes out the Mantra package that we need here. The upgraded version of this card retains, which is pretty nice. If we take that Warship, I'd probably upgrade a Prostrate to be 3 Mantra, because then we have a Divinity entrance every time we shuffle through the deck. Absolutely, you can ask that, Mooncow. We ditched 2 Defends. We have all of our strikes still, but we lost 2 Defend cards. And we've been really leaning into the offense-heavy style this act. In part because of Slime Boss at the end. So I'm going to upgrade a Prostrate here, as weird as that seems. Let's count upgrades, by the way. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 upgraded cards going into our Act 1 boss fight. That's ridiculous. Praise Snecko, did you know that the Defect doesn't pay for any of their software? That's right, they're using a cracked core. True story. Hey, Azizzy. Alright, we had an excellent turn 1 there. We have Divinity ready with Worship. We have a Smite in our hand. And we're guaranteed to get Worship Crush. Yeah, we just kill next turn. You split at 75, so I can deal 12. Alright, Slime Boss. See you later. Boom. GG. GG. What an amazing start to this run so far. Oh, you love to see it. So all of these are going to help us get into Divinity, hilariously. Blasphemy is instant Divinity. Normally a card I like quite a bit, but since we have Divinity the old quote-unquote fashioned way, I'm a bit less interested in it. What I really like is Scrawl, which lets us draw cards until our hand is full. The cool thing that Scrawl does is instantly put us into Divinity as long as we draw Prostrate, Worship. We have instant Divinity, instant 3 energy, instant triple damage to just end the fight right away. I think that'll be really good, and especially if we combine it with some card removals. Give me this Smiling Mask. I'd like to visit 2 shops in Act 2 here to get 2 more removals. And we'd like to do the same thing in Act 3 as well. It could take a Vault instead, and Vault works in some of the same ways. It would be nice with the Worship. Problem with Vault is that it competes with the Meditate. We can't play both in the same turn. Take the Scrawl. Interesting. Potential use for Vault. Vault is one of the best cards available to Watcher. The way that you can think of Vault, Askar, is that it's a 3-cost card that by default draws you 5 new cards and gives you 3 more energy. It's a whole extra turn, and you get all the benefits associated with that. The more energy you generate per turn, the more advantageous it becomes. The more cards you draw per turn, the more advantageous it becomes. And if you have any relics or powers that activate every turn, like Devotion giving you Mantra every turn, Battle Hymn giving you a Smite every turn, those all activate as well. So 3 energy relic choices. I have issues with all of them. We can't take the Velvet Choker. That ruins the whole Scrawl, Prostrate, Worship, Go Divine and Kill Everything turn that we want to do. So we cannot take this without ruining our build, basically. We're going to get extra energy. It's going to be either the Sozu, which prevents us from gaining potions, or the Cursed Key, which gives us curses whenever we open a non-boss chest. 2 or 3 curses throughout the run. This deck is really benefiting from its Smolitude, which makes me really want to take this Sozu. And the Regal Pillow kind of speaks to that as well. The Sozu is a way to mitigate bad draws, a way to ensure that... that's what potions are for, rather. The Sozu takes away that backup plan, but gives us something good in return, too. We can skip the chests, although we have to open at least one of them to get our blue key in order to go to Act 4. And I do want the relics that are inside them, too. I'm really wary of this Curse Key. I'm going to take the Sozu. Got reasonably decent potions here. Maybe not the best, but pretty solid. And show me the merchants. 1... Oh my, look at this path. No, we want to be hitting merchants. Big time. So 1 here and 1 here. Looks good. We can go for an elite fight and 2 fires, resting before or after as necessary. And we can potentially buy some other stuff at the shops too, but really I'm very interested in removing cards from this deck. I think we'll remove 1 strike and then 1 defend. The smaller this gets, the more consistently we'll draw into immediate Divinity, and the more powerful we're going to become as a result. just do damage. Get the vuln, but I do a ton here, so whatever. Easy peasy. Oh, great question. How do you pick between big deck or small deck? That's a tough one to really evaluate in the moment. And it kind of depends on the resources that Spire gives to you. Things that make a smaller deck better are getting access to a lot of removals, and so starting with the Empty Cage and finding the Smiling Mask make it better for us to build towards a small deck because we are given additional access to card removal, a very limited resource in this game normally. The other thing that's really encouraging us is the lots of upgrades that we already have. Something that I like to evaluate in Slay the Spire pretty often is the concept of upgrade density. What percentage of the cards in the deck are upgraded? This has a lot to do with how powerful you are. And one way to increase your upgrade density is to remove cards that aren't upgraded. So, because we have a lot of upgrades, we can significantly increase our upgrade density further by removing the unupgraded cards. And we're going to start to approach this kind of singularity, where once everything's upgraded, we're going to smash face big time. Keep all these cards. I'll just take 4 damage, since I literally cannot pick up your potions. Ow. Get out before I litter the floor with your guts. Believe that. Can you believe that crazy lady? Okay, Rushdown is pretty tempting. This deck has an infinite combo with Fear No Evil Eruption, right? How many non-exhausting cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... Too many, too many. Can't go infinite. But there are some spicy, spicy things here. If some of your upgrades are useless, I consider all of those cards to be upgraded, basically, Zero Divide. Since there's nothing you can get by upgrading them further. So things that are appealing to me here include the Sling of Courage, which lets us have 2 additional strength in elite fights. That would allow us to kill our elite combats this act that much more easily, which would definitely improve. I think with Sozu in particular, I like that, because the Watcher struggles a little bit. Or in general, elites are tough without potions. Not just Watcher, but everybody struggles there. We are, of course, going to remove a card. 100%. 100%, I'll take out a strike. Another thing that I really like is Secret Technique. For 0 cost, we pick a skill and put it into the draw pile. Being able to choose the mantra card that we're missing, or being able to choose the scrawl. A very, very powerful thing here. Could think about Art of War, could think about Rushdown. I definitely want the Sling of Courage, I think is what I'm arriving at. I'm gonna go Sling of Courage and we'll save the rest of our money for this shop so that we can buy a relic there. But if I had just a little bit more money, I would take the Secret Technique. And this is why I didn't take Curse Key. This right here. We get a bonus chest. So instead of having to skip this floor, I can open it up. We get 26 gold and the opportunity to take Orichalcum, which will block for 6 if we fail to block. Which is not bad, actually. We do often fail to block. I'll pick that up. Could save us some life. Could have been a decent blue key as well, but I think this will be enough of a difference to warrant it. And I'm going to go for one more... Since we're building small, I value card rewards a lot less. Pick an event here. The relic. I'll take a relic for 85 gold. Good deal. It's Akabeko, making our first attack each combat do 8 more damage. You'll love to see it. I think the best upgrade right now is Scrawl. But I could see Meditate or the Warship being pretty good too. But making Scrawl free is going to allow us to have one spectacularly big turn when we draw it. which is what you like to see. I think this is Vigilance and then Scrawl. And depending on what we find, we're very likely, we're going to draw, what, 7 of the 12 cards in the draw pile? So we're quite likely to see both of the Prostrates. We're quite likely to see the Eruption. Got both. Okay, so that means we have Divinity here. On turn 1, with Akabeko still active. Only getting there because I upgraded the Prostrate. By the way. So this does 57 damage? Excuse me? Bye. See you nerds later. You know what? I'll kill the middle guy on turn 1. Just because I can. And then I'll also kill the front guy on turn 1. Nice turn 1. GG, and we get more mantra from Domaru here. 1 mantra at the start of every single turn is going to make it that much easier to go Divine. Pretty good turn 1. Pretty good turn 1. These cards don't say plus on them, I'm not interested. By the way, Trevor5, thank you so much for the Prime and the 2 months. Favorite viewer. Alright, we'll skip all of that, and we're gonna go for another upgrade here. Hell yeah, I am. Snap pick up Brilliance now? I would think about it. I'm really not interested in adding cards at this point. Ginger seems fine. Being immune to weak is pretty nice. We're fighting Champ, so that'll be pretty relevant. Still in the easy pool, apparently. Sometimes the turn 1 just isn't quite the mega turn. Ooh, or turn 2, apparently. Well, I'll be. This is why we need more removals. Pick another Prostrate. Hey, Adringer. Life's going great today. So happy to be here. Feels like more skips. And we're almost uninterested in anything that's not upgraded, I think. Gonna continue to be true. There's 11? No, I have 2 strength. This will do enough to kill. Divinity next turn. Fair enough. Oh, I did that in the wrong order, though. Can't crush joints. I don't think it'll matter, though. I have all the damage in the world. Bank. Sash Whip for some weaken could be alright. It's really nice damage mitigation, actually. It's no wave of the hand, but it's alright. If only there was a key I could pick up instead of this. Yeah, the question is now, like, do we consider skipping the store? And I think the answer is no, because Smiling Mask. So we pick it up and take our 12 gold. Take the Sash Whip. Oh, and Secret Technique is back? And Ma Bank gave me exactly enough money to afford it. Interesting. The Drenger, thank you so much for the 6 months. A cozy, cozy half year. We're just off from Warpaint card remove. We can do, however, Clockwork Souvenir card remove, and that's pretty spicy. Yeah, Clockwork Souvenir card remove is really good. Giving us one artifact, letting us block Vulnerable from Heart most notably, but also many other debuffs, and excluding Weakens, so we'll be able to preserve it against like Giant Head and stuff. Allows us to take Fasting and feel really good about it. Allows us to do a couple of other things. Fasting, yeah, Fasting would be good anyway, but it's even better now. We'll dunk one more strike now that I've picked up the Sash Whip. We're at 17 cards currently. Feels good. For example, blocking this debuff is pretty relevant, if you ask me. Seems good. I just took a Sash Whip so that I don't have to take away with the hand. You don't want another Meditate. Enter combat. I'll take the event. Apparitions. Ooh, interesting. So, I generally say that Apparitions are good in situations where your deck has a great damage plan, but does not have block. And boy, does that ever describe what this deck is right now. That is exactly what this deck is right now. Is a deck with very good damage, but no block plan. This is also a deck with no potions, or no ability to regain potions. I'll take it. I think these are quite good. And I'm going to upgrade one of them, so that we can keep them. They're going to be pretty bad against the champ. Notably. That's okay. I think we'll end up being pretty good against this opponent. In fact, why don't we try to murder him right now? Seems pretty alright. I'm gonna go Worship and Meditate the Prostrate so that I can go back into Divinity on this turn. If I want to. I think I do want to. Into worst case scenario, we have Liquid Memories for this apparition. Looks like we're good though. Oh yeah. GG. Second copy of Scrawl seems like it would accelerate us enormously here. Could take the Spirit Shield for a way to try to block. Second scroll seems pretty good. I'll take it. When we're offered Violet Lotus, giving us bonus energy when we exit Calm Stance, which we do sometimes, so this would be additional energy generation. Sacred Bark doubles the effectiveness of our potions. We only have 2 for the rest of the run, thanks to Sozu. So I don't think I want this. Or we could take Black Star for a double relics off of our elites. Realistically, 3 to 4 elites beaten the rest of this run. With the Sling of Courage and these Apparitions, I think we're already quite good at elite killing. So a bunch of extra relics would certainly help. I think that's probably our best option. We're going to need some stuff. We're a ways away from being able to beat Heart yet. We've got the divinity thing and 3 turns of intangibility, but that's not enough. So let's add some more relics to this. Maybe a Dead Branch, maybe a Tungsten Rod would go a long way. Ooh, and we get 4 elites this act. Good pick, Black Star, good pick. We even get to go to a shop here to remove. Although not a lot of upgrades, which is fine. Oh, we get a shop here as well. As before, we're going to lean on this Smiling Mask, continuing to remove starter cards. We have quite a few of them. We're going to be looking for copies of Fasting or something. If we get Wing Boots, we will not get any extra elites, because they're all the same, like, verticality as each other. I guess we could get another Campfire, maybe. But it won't mean any more elites. Let's start out here. And I'll be immediately intangible. Didn't think that through. I don't want to take 2 damage. I think I could do better. Can I actually? That's the question. Answer appears to be no. Now I've done gooped. Okay, this is fine. We'll use Vigilance to block next turn. But I might end up taking more than 2 damage. We got there. All worked out in the end. Mental Fortress would be a way to block more. Either Cut Through Fate or a Consecrate Plus. We do need card rewards, ultimately. I'm not that interested in increasing the size of the deck, but realistically, we're not going to beat the Heart if I don't add some more cards. We just don't have a way to survive the Heart's attacks yet, and we need to put that into the deck by the end of this act, or we will lose. 8 relics will help, though. 2, 2, 2, 2. 8 relics will definitely help. Consecrate's really good AoE, actually. I'm gonna pick that one up. For, like, Reptomancer in particular. Let's take that Prostrate back, thank you. .36 damage when we're in Wrath Stance. or divinity stance. Pretty good. We could take a... I think the Bowling Bash would play the same role as the Consecrate. We don't need another one. Nor do we want a Crescendo or Empty Fist here. Transient. Hello. This will be a pretty interesting fight. Transient deals an increasing amount of damage each turn, but they lower their own damage output when they're damaged. We have 16 block, and we would deal 25 damage, so I don't need to use the Scrawl this turn, and therefore I'm not going to. That for later. The fact that we can enter Divinity multiple times will definitely help us here. Okay, let's set up our damage then. Okay, we have Divinity now, but I will wait. So we'll get the statuses down, though. It'll also be intangible for one more turn. So automatically back into Divinity at the start of the next turn. And guess what? Back into Divinity again on the last turn. Let's go in Karuku. I like to think my win rate is fairly competitive with the top players of this game. Pretty happy with the score we're posting at the moment. Man, almost. Almost. Finally, a pressure points. No, not what we need. That said, in 6 turns, we almost killed the Transient. That's a good indication of where we're at. We can kill the heart in 6 turns. We just need to survive for 6 turns. It does say plus on it. It's here! Fasting is here to get 3 strength and 3 dex. And we don't have quite enough money for a removal too. That's tragic, but I'm gonna take the fasting for sure. Really real big shame. If only Ceramic Fish were here, we could have afforded to remove the card, too. Wallop. Not gonna take it just lucky. So that'll help us block, especially with the Prostrates, which are 0 energy block cards. Not enough to actually block, but it's a start. Still chance for removal here, too. Although I'm probably going to upgrade the fasting now. Playing Tesseract. 10 health is a lot to give up, and yet colorless cards could be incredibly good here. Don't mind a blind. Violence is good card draw, putting attacks into our hand directly. Actually, Finesses. Now that we have fasting, double Finesse would be a kind of interesting way to block, wouldn't it? 0 cost block for 6? Draw a card. Good Instinct's not terrible either. Feel about a Madness. Not great. Problem is that the Scrawls exhaust and then they're done and we can't have giant turns anymore. But I'll take double Finesse here. Let's seems kind of interesting. That's gonna trip me up. Got Sash Whip, it'll have to do. So here's what I was talking about with the ginger here. Because we have ginger, this weaken doesn't eat our artifact. We get to keep it for the fasting. Really nice. Those 2 apparitions. Upgrading those would be nice too. Quite a few things I want to upgrade at this point. Home's wearing off? Give me that back. Maybe we might redraw it. With the oddly smooth stone, making these finesses even that much better for 1 more block. Sundial gives us energy for shuffling the draw pile enough times. And now I will happily take a Vault. Giving us an extra turn after this one, end our turn. Wave of the Hand could be pretty good too. But I think the additional turn is going to be so much more valuable. Unlikely Dino, thank you so much for the full hacking year of support. Very appreciate those 12 months. Alright, next up the Repto. This is why we took the Consecrate. Will we get the Consecrate that we need? That is the question. Got Vault. That's pretty good. So take an extra turn after this one, and end your turn. Gives us a whole new turn. Good stuff. So I have the recipe for divinity here in my hand. It's just kind of a stinky recipe. Moment. We'll do it next turn. Good, because it is good. 42 damage to all enemies. Boop. Boop. Just kill them, forehead. It's that easy. Pick up some money, Bag of Marbles, and Pen Nib. Bag of Marbles makes enemies vulnerable on turn 1, and will remove artifact from quite a few of them. The Pen Nib means every 10th attack is doubled in damage. And if we wanted a Rushdown or a Foresight, here they are. Foresight would be quite nice, giving us 3 scry each turn. Helping us find the things that are important to us. That's really good. That'll help us dodge statuses in the Heart Fight. That'll help us play only the high impact cards against Time Eater. Pretty good. Gotta take the blue key here over the Courier, which I'm okay with. Another chance at 2 Madnesses. I don't want them, though. No, I don't think that I want them. Alpha's in kind of a tangential way for us to deal damage, the Alpha, Beta, Omega sequence. Ultimately, I don't think that we want it. Because we're looking for a block solution, not for anything that will do damage for us. Okay, we'll go intangible next turn. be good. Please believe me. Divinity with Worship, give me back my Crush Joints? Give me back my Crush Joints. Discard the defense cards, because we're not getting attacked. That simple. Nemesis gets destroyed similarly. We find a shovel, letting us dig for relics at rest sites. Probably won't use that. And a bottled flame, allowing us to start with any one attack card in the opening hand. Probably the cut-through fate for a little bit of scry here. Is a good turn 1 card. And I don't want any of this. Although the Halt could be okay. Especially with the fasting. Doesn't feel like I'm in Wrath stance enough. I could want a Wallop. Only I'd ever seen a Wallop at any point. Smiley face. So we're drawing 2 Apparitions. This is completely safe. Maw is guaranteed to buff next turn. There's no need to stack the Apparitions. Oh, that actually cost me energy. Fair enough. Flurry of Blows would be more damage, not more block. We're starting to run out of time to find answers for Heart. I think the 2 Finesses are a start, but they're not going to get us there the whole way. There's trouble afoot. I think I will take this Flurry Plus, ultimately. Especially with the Nunchaku. We're switching stances. Enough. Panic Button. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Panic Button would help quite a bit. Got him. Okay, I really need an Apparition or a Lethal this turn, so let's discard all of this. Got an Apparition. And perhaps also a Lethal. Hard to tell. Like both. Oh yeah. Hey, here we go. Mercury Hourglass does 3 damage to all enemies every turn, and more importantly, Fossilized Helix prevents the first time we would lose health each combat. And there's a second copy of Fasting Plus here on offer. Yes. Yes. Big yes. Very big yes. Actually just gonna block the debuff here. That's cute. I think it's reapplied. should have played Flurry first there. Okay. And kill, yes we can. Body plus. This is a nice block card to add. I think we're going to need a little bit more block. I'm going to pick that one up too. You have to recall here. Alright, good luck to us with the double fastings here. Is it going to be enough? I have no idea. I'm just going to Apparition Vault this turn. Just going to draw through. Perfect. I guess we'll kill Dekka first. So I want to Fear No Evil him this turn. Wait to scry. Perfect cards. By perfect, I mean maybe not perfect. Can't play that one this turn. I gotta draw other stuff. Like this. That buffer intact. Okay, divinity is this turn if I want it. Not this turn if I don't want it. Looks like we'll save it for next turn. Should've done that in a different order. One short here of using our buffer correctly. Do I have lethal? Pin Nib's at 8 here. So Smite is base 12. It's 2 more damage than the curve reality is, right? So 40... 48. 48 times 2. Calculator! That's 96 plus 42 plus 39 plus 42. 219. Enough to kill Dekka, but not to kill Donu. Damn it. That's really, truly unfortunate. I could try to use a potion to avert the damage. Surely this kills, right? If I don't shuffle, I'll get the flurry back. I want that flurry. Okay, that went a little bit yikes. Now it's time eater time, and we may end up needing to use a potion or two. Or two seems more likely here. It's going to be very difficult to block this, and this is a debuff applying move, so it's going to eat my opportunity to do fasting things. Or will it? Nice. This will be 9 block currently. We are not frail. If I fasting defend, we'll have 9 decks, so it'll be 14. Still won't be enough. Goes. Ah, damn it. I was worried we would see such a thing. I'd rather use the Snecko oil than the Miracle. So we will use the Snecko oil. Oh, we got some really lucky pulls here. Worship at 1 cost. Vault at 0 cost. Scrawl still at 0 cost. Good. Lagon331, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 15 months. Yeah, that was a great Snecko oil. My only regret is that I can't play both the Vault and the Meditate. Probably gonna Vault here. If possible. Can I play 7 cards? Not likely. Three, 4? Or sorry, 1, 2. 4. I need to draw something for free. Make 1 more space in hand then. Okay, that would put me into divinity. 3 cards. Empty Body, Consecrate, Vault. Actually, we don't even need to Vault since we're full blocking. We can meditate instead. And get back our Worship if we want to. Points is in my hands. We play Vault as our 12th card, then we'll basically just skip Time Eater's turn. Pretty good. Guess we're not doing it here. I'm gonna get that Cut-Through Fate back, I suppose. Still have the buffer to potentially block this hit, although I also have Apparitions here. Get him, Hourglass. This is good. We don't even waste our divinity, we just do the damage. Can I play 6 more cards? Not really. Better leave as many as possible for next turn, then. GG. One potion down. We still have our liquid memories, hopefully to be used against Heart with the Sozu here. We have our Nunchaku at 9, and we're onwards to Act 4. To thump, a deep, pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Go back up to 26 health. We're missing 6, which we can get from resting, or we can upgrade or dig, or upgrades. Scrawl, Meditate, Vault, Foresight, Apparition are the 5 we'd consider. Get an energy upgrade, or get an extra card from the Meditate, get an extra energy from Vault, or scry 1 more card per turn are all pretty good. Or we can dig, and hope we find something good. A little bit concerned about this run going into a heart fight here. I think we're going to have a hard time with Beat of Death. Would really like an orange Pellets. Borophil thinks all the upgrades are better than Dig. A bold claim. I don't disagree. Don't disagree. Probably scroll. Meditate. Upgrade the Meditate. That's going to be very good. For the additional card. Bank of Prep could be good. I really, really wish I could buy these potions. And again, we're just shy of the relic and a removal. Unfortunate. Still, it's hard to go wrong with 2 more cards on turn 1. I think that would help quite a bit. I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting heart fight. I think we're more likely to benefit from the additional cards than we are the additional energy. In particular, 2 cards on turn 1 will make the Spire Spirit and Spire Shield fight a lot safer for us. Let's go Bag of Prep. It'll also make it easier to preserve the Helix against the Heart. The obvious alpha. We could additionally take a Crescendo. We'll just pass. And hope that this is going to be enough. I'm not 100% sure that we've managed to succeed here, admittedly. Oh, but I like this. Is this just Worship, Apparition, Meditate? Oh, and I can play the Cut-Through Fate for free? Even better. See what's on top. Sight Infinite. Actually, does it? We can go Vigilance, Empty Body. Not a full block though, right? Plus 11, not a full block. We have to have Apparition anyway. Do it like this. That gets us Divinity on this turn. Hopefully that's enough to kill somebody. Might not be. Admittedly, we're looking for a scrawl here, realistically. Just didn't have the energy to play the fasting. If I wanted to get the worship back. Maybe we needed to look for a prostrate instead. Let's see what we can get our hands on here. Alt. Not quite what I had in mind for our divinity turn. Pretty good though. Not quite what I had in mind. I guess we're gonna go for the shield now, because I'm apparitioning this hit. I'm gonna go for the shield now. A change of priorities. You'd love to see it. That's a slap in the face. Ambrosia that I can't pick up? Oof. Eternal Feather doesn't do anything either, but at least the Bronze Scales will do damage back to Heart. And an Omniscience lets us play a card in the draw pile twice. That can be an extra Apparition, if nothing else. That will have to do, I suppose. Good luck to us. I think we're the underdog in this upcoming Heart fight, quite frankly. I just don't think we figured out the blocking game well enough to make it really work well. I do see that we have double Apparition here. Not bad. Just gonna go ahead and play both of these so that we're intangible for 2 turns. We'll start with 1. Prostrate, Apparition, Cut Through Fate. Yeah, we need to preserve the buffer. Very important right now. Two more cards. Vault's a pretty good one right now. Can also go Vigilance Eruption Vault. Seems... Or I can go Cut Through Fate and then Vault, because we have the thingy on 9. No, I can't go Cut Through Fate and Vault, though, because that's dumb and bad. Okay, let's Vault. I wasn't expecting Orichalcum to go off there. That's actually kind of cool. Oh, no. Liquid Memories save me? Oh, unfortunate. Automatically go into Divinity next turn. If we want to. So if I Liquid Memories the Prostrate, it's only 2 Mantra. We've already got the Mantra covered. Okay, I'll just Liquid Memories the Vigilance. Makes my life a lot easier. We have to play the Fasting and the Foresight. That's required. I don't think it's ever right to pass. I'm thinking about Liquid Memories, Vigilance, and play Foresight, Fasting, Meditate, Flurry of Blows. Actually, wait, if that's what I'm going to do I want to Meditate the Prostrate? Be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So yeah, I can Liquid Memories the Prostrate then. And yeah, Beat of Death is currently only 1, because we are intangible. That's part of why we played that Apparition. Although the other part was that it wasn't upgraded, of course. Oh, I'm going to get an extra energy from the Nunchaku, so I am playing this strike. Yeah, it's one of my get-out-of-jail-free cards, but we're currently in jail, so I'm going to play it. We are currently in jail. Actually, the other option is don't play the Flurry at all. Don't do any damage here. Good damage. I think I'd better do the damage while I can. I'm gonna hold the pull the Apparition back. If it's the big hit, we'll just let the buffer take care of it. I'd better take this Prostrate. Actually, wait. Good. Feels good. But this is the attack we got. We can block this with buffer easy peasy. This is a pretty good divinity turn. We can do a full 200 damage here. We're gonna need the remaining apparition next turn, though. Or double play them now. Double play them now. That means that we actually keep the buffer. Okay with that. And we even keep the smite and the pendant, too. I need to draw the block cards. I'd like to hold on to buffer here. But if I can do 200 damage per turn for the next 3 turns, we're in it to win it. I don't know if I can do that, though. Only a defend to go with this omniscience. Still, prostrate, fasting, empty body is pretty alright. I am intangible this turn. 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay, so much for killing in 2 turns. We're gonna have to survive a turn, but I do have buffers still. Against all odds, seemingly. Option into Sash Whip. Oh god, there's still a Daze and a Void in the draw pile. Yikes. Maybe it's Sash Whip and Card Reality. That's probably better. Instead of playing Eruption here. I need that weaken. Multi-attack first. Big yikes. Is it? 11 block from these finesses. That's why we took 2 of them. Damage capping, easy peasy. We buffer the next hit. We're gonna win this fight. Amazing. Gotta be very mindful of this burn, though. Do it this way. We always win with this hand? We always win with this hand. Thank goodness for that fossilized helix, huh? Give me a 1 more prostrate. And the card reality. That'll be enough damage. Want us to play the Omni? I can try that. Just seems fair. Oh, nice. Oh well. GG, everybody. GG. Crazy, crazy fight. We had just enough there. It took not one, but it did require both of these fastings, and we had to get lucky enough to draw one of them on turn 1 to block with the Clockwork Souvenir. I think most of the time we're going to lose this fight, truthfully, as clean as that looked. GG. GG, everybody. Everything was a piece of cake until the Act 3 boss. This can happen to the Watcher in particular, Rift Jig. Watcher has really, really very powerful front-loaded damage, and that can blind you to an absence of block or block scaling in your deck. You get to the end of the game, and this is, you know, the Act 3 boss is the first time in the whole game where doing 300 damage on turn 1 doesn't instantly win you the fight. And if your deck is only good at doing 300 damage on turn 1 and not good at blocking, it can be a really rude awakening for you. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. Did you know that I'm live 5 days a week on Twitch? Come join us to watch me live, ask questions, or chill with the community. Click the link in the description below to follow and be notified when I'm live. And while you're down there, make like a sandwich and sub to this channel for more fresh Baalor content. Ta-ta for now.